Hey, what's up, small group leaders? This is your 5-minute check-in for Wednesday, September 15th. Tomorrow night is our See at the Pole pre-rally. The actual event, See at the Pole, is on 9/22, where students go to their school's flagpole half an hour before school starts in order to pray for their school, their teachers, their community, our country, and just overall be a light to their school, and hopefully connect with other believers that they didn't know we're going to their school. And so the pre-rally tomorrow night is really to set them up to get organized, to plan out the events, to get the word out. And so we won't have small group time. We'll have a large group time tomorrow night. We'll have other churches join us. We'll be in the sanctuary for worship, then a teaching, and then we'll break up into middle school and high school groups. Middle school going to the fellowship hall, high school staying in the sanctuary. In each room, there'll be signs of different schools posted around the room, which they'll be instructed then to meet with other students from their schools and have a packet to help them plan and organize the event so that they can reach out effectively to other believers and even unbelievers to go to the flagpole and pray. And I've had unbelievers join us. One of the things I've done in the past is I brought donuts to these prayers rallies and just offer them up. And as people take one, they ask, hey, what are you doing? We're like, hey, we're praying for your school. Do you want to join us? And I've actually had people say yes, that even prayed one time and came to youth group afterwards. So the idea behind this is just to get them organized and psyched up and ready to go. Where you guys will come in is, I know even though we're not having our small group time, you can still bounce around to the different schools your kids are at, your small group at, or you can even pick one. And what I would encourage you with is, one is let them kind of lead the conversation, but when it kind of is lulling or they're stalling out, offer up suggestions. In the past, students have brought guitars to lead worship. In the past, usually it takes a couple who are willing to volunteer and organize it, someone to open the prayer, someone to close in prayer. Like I said, someone who can buy donuts or bagels and pass them out as students come by. Say, hey, free bagels, free donuts, and then say, hey, we just want to bless our school. If you want to join us for prayer, you can, or you just can listen in too. And you'll be surprised. Some students will just laugh and sneer. Others will, be genuinely intrigued. Especially those who maybe are intrigued that aren't going to youth group or church. It's an opportunity to get those who are spiritually thirsty or seeking get connected. And so, and consider if you have the time and availability to, go to one of these See at the Pole rallies with one of your students that that you feel comfortable being there. I've had parents join us in the past, so it's not out of the norm for parents to be there for these pre-rally prayers. And so, that's going to be happening tomorrow night. And then at the end, we'll have flapdoodles. We'll pass out, and it should be a lot of fun. So, and then in the last 2 minutes, I'd like to talk about group attendance. You guys should be getting email links to taking and posting your group attendance for small group. You won't be getting one tomorrow night because we're not meeting as a small group, but in the future, you should get those on a Wednesday night. You should be able to click on that, fill it out fairly easily. If you have trouble or need instructions, let me know, and I can shoot you a link that's on our webpage that walks you through how to post attendance for your groups. And then speaking of small groups, I know a lot of students may have been on your list but went to different small groups last week. There may have been some confusion, or they didn't see their names, or some students just opted to go to the group that they just walked into. So I do my best to keep the groups as balanced as possible. Balanced not just numerically, but also balanced as far as spreading out those who are more willing to talk and share, spreading out those who are more introverted and maybe more quiet and take longer to warm up to, and spreading out those who are more spiritually mature. So I try to keep the groups as balanced as possible. But if you have suggestions or like to tweak your group, add a student, let me know. I'm not opposed to that. I want students to try to give their groups a go and try to get to know new people. But I know that the biggest draws for church is relationships, and the biggest on-ramp for further discipleship is having good relationships. So let me know. Give me feedback. I'm always open for that, and do my best to accommodate people's needs. So expect these to be your 5-minute check-in week in, week out, just to kind of give you a live up-to-date of what's going on in youth group. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. All right, see you then.